Mann is coming up next here on The Drive with Jason Doyle, talking about the main event on News Radio 1000, KTOK.
The Drive with JD, streaming live right now at KTOK.com.
News Radio 1000, KTOK. It is The Drive with Jason Doyle. Thanks a lot for bringing us along this Monday afternoon. Wow, I hope your weekend went great. And I got something that's awesome that's coming up on June 10th. It's called the Main Event. And what's going to happen is that we're going to get a taste of Maine, and it's going to benefit the great kids at Wilson Arts Integration School. And Dunlop Cotting is helping out. They're the familiar little law firm on Film Row. And I've got in studio with me Mark Mann and Nicole Thomas, and they're organizers with the Main Event. So Mark and Nicole,
hello.
Good afternoon.
Thanks for having us, Jason.
Well, thanks for coming on board. And first of all, tell me a little bit about the Main Event. What is the Main Event?
Well, the Main Event is your chance to go to Maine without ever leaving the state of Oklahoma.
Ooh, isn't that great? It's almost like a Stephen King novel.
It is. It is. We are actually flying in fresh Maine lobster that will be prepared by Chef Bruce Reinhardt of Rococo Restaurant.
Ooh,
He'll do all the sides. A Maine wild blueberry cobbler. If you haven't had Maine wild blueberries, they're sweeter than regular blueberries. They're great. We're going to have wine. We'll pair that with Shipyard beer, which is brewed in Portland. And then we'll have a signature cocktail made with Cold River blueberry vodka that is actually produced in Freeport, Maine.
All right. So literally you guys are jumping on a plane, going to grab all this stuff, the lobsters, the blueberries, the vodka, the beer, everything that's going to be used. You guys are actually jumping on a plane and going up there and grabbing it.
We would like to take 100 of our closest friends, but our plane's not that big yet.
Okay, all right. And I was wondering, all that extra baggage, you got fees and you got to get through the TSA and all that kind of good stuff. I can only imagine if you got all those lobster, it's not carry-on. I take
right.
Well, yeah.
So tell me a little bit about what brought this to light and the idea behind helping the school out.
Well, I go to Maine almost every year. My wife's family's from there. One of the friends that's helping put this on, Mark Brockhouse, who's with Dunlap Cotting, he's been to Maine, and we've talked about doing a lobster boil for 2 or 3 years. And then with the budget cuts this year and the budget cuts in Oklahoma City, we just decided this was the year to put this event on and turn it into a fundraiser and help Wilson Arts Integration Elementary School.
That's fantastic. And this goes actually just to help out with the school in general, or is it a specific project they're working on?
Well, we're not limiting anything to a specific project. As you might have reported, the budget cuts are reducing everything from teachers to classroom supplies. So we're going to leave it kind of open-ended. I'm assuming it's going to fill holes that the school district can't due to budget cuts, and that's kind of what we're raising the money for.
Okay, and it's a great. Obviously, one of the things that it's a theme for this show that keeps on resurfacing for some reason. But when you can't rely on the government, you got to rely on the community and yourself. You guys are really stepping up for this school. Was there a certain selection process, or for Wilson Arts Integration, or how did that work in selecting the school?
Well, I think we selected that school because myself and the people putting it together either have a kid there or have had a kid there. And we know the quality of school. It's an arts integration school. It's a partnership with the City of Oklahoma, or Oklahoma City Public School District, the Kennedy Center, and then the local partner is Black Arts Inc., and they pay for teacher training. So literally everything they do has a vein of the arts in it. And with these budget cuts, that's one of the areas hit the hardest. And so it's really going to be hard for that school to fulfill their mission unless the community steps up and fills those gaps.
And I know Bruce Reinhardt by reputation from Rococo. I've heard so much about him, and I hear that he's a great guy. So it probably didn't take too much arm twisting to get him involved.
No, when we went to Bruce and told him the concept and what we wanted to do, he said, "I'm in. What do you need?"
And he's from the East Coast, so he appreciates the influence, too.
Oh, so he's going to get to play a little bit.
Yes, he will.
And, of course, fresh ingredients to a chef is like a symphony to a maestro,
True.
Yeah.
That's right.
So I guess tell me a little bit about the okay. Here it is. The running joke on this show is that I drink a lot. I mean, we've got a hashtag. A shot of JD is the day for the show.
Should have had some here tonight.
So, well, I got to stay sober until after the show. It sounds like I drink. I don't. I enjoy alcohol. I enjoy adult beverages and things like. I don't really drink that much. But somebody called me on the carpet about it the other day. But I'm curious. Cold River Blueberry Vodka. Tell me a little bit about that.
It's phenomenal. I'm not a vodka drinker, but I love this vodka. It's one of my favorite drinks. You can't buy it in Oklahoma yet. It is made with Maine potatoes, so it's a potato-based vodka, and flavored with Maine wild blueberries. Mm-hmm. And it's not, for those people who don't like flavored liquors, it's not an overpowering.
It's more of
sweet.
It's more of a. It's not
smooth.
one of those malt liquor type.
No, it's very good.
Sugary stuff. It's a flavoring in a. I'm trying to think of what it's called. Where you
infused.
Infused.
Yeah.
Yes, infused. Thank you. I watched Bar Rescue last night. They were talking about infused. I knew what it was. I just too much drinking maybe. And then the beer. The beer is
made in Portland.
Okay.
So it's a brewery that's been there for years. Shipyard. You can buy Shipyard in Oklahoma City. They came on board when we told them what we were trying to do. Them and their distributor here in Oklahoma said, "Hey, we're in." So
wow.
We've got we'll have 2 or 3 different varieties of beer from Shipyard.
Okay, I was going to say.
And one is a blueberry flavored beer. It'll be there.
See, I they've been getting into these exotic flavors and things like that. I about 6 months ago tried, of all things, a peanut butter milk stout. And I thought that was going to be kind of like a spoonful of Jif with Guinness, But it was actually the tones and the flavor were very good. It wasn't overpowering. It wasn't sweet. And I'm not usually a stout guy, but that was pretty good. That sounds great. I'm going to have to try this brewery out and all that.
It's very good. It's one of the most popular breweries in northern New England. It's a microbrewery.
That's Mark Mann, and I've got Nicole Thomas here as well. We've got to go to a break, so I'm going to hold you guys over. We'll talk a little bit more about the main event, talk about how people can get involved, how they can buy tickets, and all that kind of good stuff. That's coming up next on The Drive with Jason Doyle. You're listening to News Radio 1000, KTOK.
The Drive with JD.
I drink and I know things.
Yes, I do. Both of them. All right, I've got Mark Mann and Nicole Thomas in with the main event, which is a very, very cool event that's happening on June 10th at Dunlap Cotting on Film Row. And they're basically raising money for the Wilson Arts Integration School. But the real cool thing, and let's talk about it again one more time, the main event, what is it?
The main event is a really cool, casual evening. We're calling it dress code is East Coast casual. I mean, bust out your seersuckers if you want to. It's going to be.
I bought one in the off season too. I'm kind of I don't know how the stripes are going to look on me, but I'm going to try it at one point in time.
You can try it on June 10th.
All right.
At Dunlap Cotting. So, we're going to be outside. Mark and his co-producer here, Mark Brockhouse with Dunlap Cotting, are flying up to Maine. They're going to pick up some gorgeous lobsters, some blueberries, some blueberry vodka, some beer. Bring it back and have a big old party.
There you go. So if folks want to get involved and they want to buy tickets and that, where do they go? How do they get involved?
They can call me at 405-706-7484. We have a Facebook page, the Maine, MAINE event -OKC, that also has all of the information. We'd love to have it. It's open to the public. Anybody who wants to come have a good time and support our kids.
All right. And all the proceeds go to the school, or you cover costs, or how does that all work?
Pretty much everything's being donated by our generous folks.
Awesome.
So, it's all going to go
Almost
to.
everything is being donated. And one thing I failed to mention earlier, we're going to have a live auction and a silent auction. But some of my favorite things, 1-week trip to Costa Rica.
Okay, nice.
Be up for auction. Mandy Patinkin, Saul from Homeland, is doing a performance in Oklahoma City in June. We've got 2 tickets to that event that'll be paired with a dinner. So that'll be a great outing. And then we've got a whiskey tasting for 10 people at Whiskey Lounge. And we're going to have some other great live and silent auctions. So
Oh, very cool. So, I mean, that's some cool stuff. And
don't forget the cigar bar.
Cigar bar by ZT Cigars.
ZT Cigars, yeah.
I thank Todd Nafee for that.
Yes.
Man. So, every once in a while I like to chew on a cigar. I mean, I'm not a big avid smoker, but a nice good stick every once in a while just to gnaw on and all that kind of good stuff.
Todd will have some great ones there on the 10th.
Cool. So, all right, once again, phone numbers and all that kind of good stuff. There's a Facebook page, but not a website.
Correct.
Okay.
They can call me, Nicole Thomas, 405-706-7484. Tickets are $150 per person or $250 per couple. Fresh Maine lobster, boiled with the potatoes and the corn and everything. Blueberry cobbler made with fresh Maine blueberries. ZT cigar bar. It's all inclusive.
All right. Well, and also because of the front, I got to talk about the wild blueberry cobbler. All right. If I can't make it for some reason, somebody's going to save me a piece, right?
Sure.
We'll bring you a piece over.
And is it the crusty cobbler? I'm not familiar with the Maine cobbler. I know how we do it down south.
Well, that's Bruce with Rococo is preparing all of our food. And as I said, he's an East Coast transplant, so I'm feeling he'll do it right.
It's going to be done right.
Okay. All right. See, now I can't wait till June 10th. It sounds like it's a good time.
It is.
And what else have I forgot? You've got some pretty cool sponsors that are helping out with this, right?
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
And who are those folks?
Well, we've got Glazier's here in Oklahoma City, who's the distributor that's donating the wine. We've got
ZT Cigars.
ZT Cigars. We've got Rococo. We've got Dunlap Cotting.
So, man, it sounds like a big community effort came together to make this all
got a lot
awesome.
of people coming together.
Well, that's very cool, very cool. Well, guys, I really appreciate you coming in today and tell me about the Maine event. I'm excited about it. You know, it's I'll be honest with you. I'm excited about the beer, the vodka, and the cobbler. I mean,
there you go.
that's
well, good.
That's
then
just
I'll
me.
eat your lobster for
there
you.
You go. See, I don't want to knock the seafood, but I am not a seafood guy, and I think part of it is because I was raised right here, smack dab in landlocked Oklahoma.
Sure.
And
well, Jason,
our
you come out on the
sea is
10th,
cows.
and we'll just get you a big plate of cobbler.
Okay, all right.
And some beer.
That might be a deal. That might be a deal.
Dinner of the
right
gods.
There. All right, and it's that happens at 7:00 on June 10th.
Correct.
All right. Well, guys, I really appreciate coming in, like I said, and thanks a lot. I got Mark Mann and Nicole Thomas here. Once again, Nicole's number, if you want tickets, 405-706-7484. Once again, let me try not to stumble this time. 405-706-7484. I curse myself when I do that. Over on Facebook, there, The Maine Event, and Maine is not spelled M-A-N-E. It's M-A-I-N-E. It's the state of Maine. The Maine Event -OKC over on Facebook. So check them out. Guys, thanks again.
Thank you
I really
so much.
Appreciate coming
Thanks
in.
for having us.
Hey, this next